turnbuckle into Orton's boot, and Triple H decided to sell the move in an incredibly slow manner as he stood there dazed for over a minute before finally flopping to the canvas. The sell was made even better by the mannerisms of HBK on the apron, who looked both baffled and humoured at the same time. HBK would sell a basic shoulder block by falling dramatically out of the ring, and HBK would even sell Hogan's treat.
What's good? Dark Knight Gang in the stand, gang! Hey man, today I'm about to do another video from WrestleLamia. There we go. 10 next level and funniest oversells by WWE wrestlers. This is about to be a funny video. Y'all requested it. Don't trip, you not got y'all. I'm ready to laugh. I'm ready to have a great time. You feel me? Last night I had last night wasn't crazy. It was a typical night for me, you know. And got lit with baby girl. We had some great sex. It was cool. Busted like 3 nuts. We had sex like 3-4 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it was 1 time last night and about twice this morning. So we had sex about 3 times. It was great. My penis is sore. I'm ready to hop into this video. We're going to laugh. We're going to have a great time together. Shout out to the gang. Y'all know I love y'all. Let's hop on into it. Let's hit these funny oversells. Let's laugh together. I'm ready to laugh. 3 reactions. So, of course, 2 more after this. But, yeah, man, let's just laugh and enjoy ourselves. You feel me? Shout out to the gang. Let's go.
Number 1. Batista. Batista's heel turn in 2009 was arguably the best run of his entire WWE tenure. Batista took it to the next level and delivered some of the best heel work of the entire PG era. Now this was the first time that Batista had become a heel since the initial babyface turn in 2005, so this was extremely refreshing. But one of the more infamous moments of the heel run involved a hilarious oversell from the multi-time world champion, as during the build to Batista vs John Cena at Over the Limit 2010, Batista would take part in a beatdown of Cena on Raw alongside Sheamus.
Okay.
Now, this would be before Mark Henry made the save. Henry would comedically push Batista, and then Batista for some reason decided to take a few steps backwards and proceeded to take a massive back bump, completely overselling the push.
Yeah.
It was as if Batista was forced back by Jedi powers. The spot received audible laughs from the crowd in a spot that wasn't designed to be remotely humorous. Number 2, JTG.
The extras, bro.
Cena on Raw alongside Sheamus.
The extras,
now,
bro.
this would be before Mark Henry made the save.
There we go.
Completely overselling
Show
the
it
push.
again.
It was as if Batista was forced back by Jedi powers.
Shout out to all the Star Wars nerds out there, cuz I've seen all the Star Wars movies.
JTG.
I don't know why I don't believe me when I say that.
Final match in the company before moving on to new avenues, they could take 2 routes. They could deliver the best match possible, leaving a lasting impression with fans, or alternatively, they could put on a mediocre performance as they have little to lose by putting on a poor showing. JTG decided to leave fans with an incredible memory during his last match in 2013 against Santino Marella on an episode of Superstars. During the closing moments of the match, Santino hit JTG with his Cobra finishing move.
Catching the boot, Cobra!
The traditional cell decided to comically convulse during the cell as if he was having an out-of-body experience, or as if there was actual poison in that sock.
That's hilarious.
On target, Santino for the victory.
That was his last match.
In his book and state, my agent informed me that while my match was very entertaining, a few of the other agents were pissed about how I sold the Cobra. It could have very been well my overzealous desire to one-up myself that got me sent home after that final Cobra. Still, in the category of best oversells by a poisonous animal, JTG picks up the award.
Facts. That was hilarious.
London. The 2005 Royal Rumble pay-per-view is notable for a number of things. These range from John Cena and Batista botching the finish of the match, which resulted in Vince McMahon coming down and tearing both his quads.
I heard about that.
To Paul London giving the biggest oversell in Royal Rumble history.
Oh, snap.
During the match, London made Gene Snitsky's clothesline elimination look like the most painful yet effective elimination in history.
That looked crazy.
Backwards flip to the floor to sell the move. The problem was that the spot was so memorable that it rubbed WWE management the wrong way, as London wasn't supposed to shine in the match.
Wow.
This led to him being booked to lose the majority of his singles matches in 2005.
Wow.
That WWE
just because he oversold it?
That the move was really good, but it was too good. We have to agree. Number 4, Scott Hall.
That's, alright, Vince McMahon on a power trip on that one. Because the homie oversold it, and everybody remembered this
Problem was
moment.
that the spot was so
They got mad at him.
that it rubbed WWE management the wrong way, as London wasn't
Vince
supposed to shine in the
McMahon.
match. This led to him being booked to lose the majority of his singles matches in 2005. London stated that WWE agent Michael Hayes stated that the move was really good, but it was too good. We have to agree. Number 4, Scott Hall. When the WWE announced Stone Cold Steve Austin vs Scott Hall for WrestleMania 18, fans weren't impressed by the booking decision, as everyone expected Austin to feud with Hogan. The match itself was lackluster and didn't feel like anything special or important. The finish to the match, however, featured one of the most memorable finisher sells of all time. To finish off the match, Austin would hit the stunner on Hall, which rocked him but didn't knock him off his feet. Austin then hit him with a second stunner, which sent Hall flying into the air in comedic fashion to win the match. As we'll see later, this wasn't the only funniest oversell to a stunner.
Oh,
Number
of course
5,
not.
Heath
Of course.
Slater. Heath Slater is one of those superstars who succeeded at every opportunity that WWE presented towards him during his run.
One-man band.
From the 3MB gimmick to the I've Got Kids gimmick with Rhino in 2016, he managed to make everything WWE gave him work. To promote Raw's 1000th episode in 2012, Slater would face a Raw legend each and every week on television. The matches started with the likes of Vader and Psycho Sid, and then expanded to the likes of Bob Backlund and Rikishi. The payoff involved Slater being laid out by numerous legends, including Lita and
I was about to say, is that Lita?
It also included one of the funniest sells of all time, as Slater sold JBL's clothesline from hell by landing on his back with his feet in the air, with a solid 5-second delay before his feet would hit the ground.
No.
JBL even gave a smile following the execution of it, as he was acknowledging how brilliant the oversell was. It was reported during this time that Slater had impressed WWE management with his performance and the commitment he devoted to the role.
Hold on, bro. We gotta see this again. The homie oversold this
Being laid out by numerous
perfectly.
legends, including Lita and the APA. And
Hey, when I was a kid, I used to think Lita was so
it
sexy.
also included one of the funniest sells of all time, as Slater sold JBL's clothesline from hell by landing on his back with his feet in
My boy, that's a
the air,
great
with
oversell right
a
there.
solid 5-second delay before his feet would hit the ground. JBL even gave a smile following the execution of the move, as he was acknowledging how brilliant the oversell was. It was reported during this time that Slater had impressed WWE management with his performance and the commitment he devoted to the role.
Yeah,
Number
man.
6, Triple H.
He was getting beat up by all the legends, so he oversold it, made the legends look even better. They love
This
that.
next comedic oversell actually took place on the
alright, Triple
dark match
H.
on Raw, meaning the mass audience never got to see it. Luckily, thanks to the age of social media, it's turned into one of the most famous WWE sells of all time. The oversell in question took place in a tag match between Triple H and Ric Flair versus Shawn Michaels and Randy Orton. In the match, Triple H jumped from the second turnbuckle into Orton's boot, and Triple H decided to sell the move in an incredibly slow manner as he stood there dazed for over a minute before finally flopping to the canvas.
No.
The sell was made even better by the mannerisms of HBK on the apron, who looked both baffled and humoured at the same time. Number 7, the finger poke of doom. One of the most famous oversells of all time.
I needed this
also
video,
happens
bro.
to have
I just
taken
wanted
place
to
in one of
laugh
the most
real quick,
infamous
bro.
segments in WCW
Oh
history.
my god.
The segment took place on the January 4th, 1999 edition of WCW Nitro, and it took place during a match between Hogan and Kevin Nash. The match saw Hogan poke Nash in the chest, which led to Nash delivering a dramatic oversell
get
by
the
proceeding to
F.
throw himself on the ground, allowing Hogan to pin him. Now, this is the same Nitro that over 600,000 viewers switched over to Monday Night Raw after WCW commentator Tony Schiavone gave away the results of the Raw taping and the fact that Mick Foley was going to win the WWE title. Many associate the finger poke of doom segment with the beginning of the end of WCW. Nash would even comment on the moment, as in an interview on WWE.com almost 13 years after, he would state, "The finger poke of doom was just trying to realign the NWO to face off with Goldberg, and Goldberg ended up getting injured. I love how the story of my life is how I beat Goldberg to turn around and take the finger poke of doom a week later." Boy, that did me a lot of good. Number 8, Ric Flair.
Ric Flair
Flair
drip.
Drop by Ric Flair is without question the most famous consistent oversell in professional wrestling.
Oh, I
Flair
want to
flop
see.
consists of Flair taking a basic move such as a chop, stagger forward, and then proceed to fall flat on his face.
Okay.
It always detained a laugh from the crowd and really showed his ability to go from the toughest man in the ring 1 minute to one of the funniest wrestlers alive the next. Flair would reveal during an appearance on Stone Cold Steve Austin's podcast that he actually stole the flop idea from Johnny Valentine, and it received mixed reviews at first as Ole Anderson hated the oversell. Flair would then go on to say that Vince McMahon was one of the biggest supporters of the move, and that Vince always found it hilarious.
That shit was hilarious.
Shawn Michaels. The Rock. The feud between The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin is arguably the most legendary feud of all time. Their feud created several iconic moments, and their WrestleMania trilogy is one of the best trilogies in wrestling history. If you ask a fellow wrestling fan what they remember most about the iconic feud, they may suggest the beer bath. Wait a minute! Stone Cold! They may even suggest Austin turning heel at WrestleMania 17, or some will even say The Rock selling the Stone Cold Stunner. Whenever The Rock would take a stunner, he would dramatically oversell the move, with each one seemingly getting more over the top than the previous one.
Hey, have they ever interviewed The Rock about that? Like, hey, why did you oversell it like that, bro?
Fans often wondered why The Rock oversold the move to such
Yeah.
a degree. Finally found out in 2017 when The Rock revealed on Twitter that me and Steve Austin used to bet cases of beer on how crazy I could get with this famous stunner. So there you have it. Let's also not forget a few honorable mentions that hadn't made the list, but were still funny as hell.
The Undertaker.
Undertaker's struggling. My God, someone's got to get help here.
That was a good job. That was so bad.
Also gonna put this away quick.
Aggressive attitude that we've seen from Zack Ryder over the past number of months.
This dude did like 3 backflips. Hey, bro, great video. Like I said, I just wanted a quick laugh. You feel me? Like I told you, I got lit last night, so my energy was kind of low. But laughing right now, I feel great. I feel great, bro. Shout out to the gang. Thank you guys so much for requesting this. WrestleLamia, bro, you killed this. WrestleLamia, I mean, you killed this. Great video like always. Like I said, I'm dropping 3 reactions. I don't know if this is the first, the second, or the third, but they all about to be fire. Shout out to the gang. See y'all next time. Peace.